All right, boys and girls, this is page 278. You're, of course, going to have to begin with that math scribbler that I hope you did find. If not, just use some lined paper, okay? All right, so you have to open to a new page. And you'll write the date on top. April 21st. 2020. This is page 278, and we're ready to roll. You get your number 1, ready to go, 1A, and we'll take a look and see what 1A looks like. Okay, so it says, write a multiplication sentence for each array. Well, an array is like a row. Okay, so you can look at a row like this, you can look at a row like this. In this toilet paper example, which is kind of funny timing because of the pandemic and how hard it is to find toilet paper sometimes. You've got 2 rolls of toilet paper going across here. It might be hard to see on the camera. There's one here and there's one here. Then you've got 1, 2, 3 going down here. So your first, you can look at the array in 2 different directions. The array can be in this direction where you have 1, 2, or the array can be in this direction where you have 1, 2, 3. So in this particular array, if I was to write a multiplication sentence for it, I would say, I would go in this, you can go either way, it doesn't matter, but I'm going to go 2 times 3. You could also go 3 times 2. But in the end, they both equal 2, 4, 6. Okay? Then you go over to B, figure out what the arrays are here. C and D. All right, question 2. There are 20 desks in a classroom. The teacher wants to move the desks from small groups into rows. So she's going to make some arrays. He wants the same number of desks in each row. Now that's key, that there has to be the same number of desks in each row. Write multiplication sentences to show how the desks could be arranged. So there could be a few different ways that the teacher could arrange the desks so that they make rows. Now what you might want to do is find something in your house that's little, 20 of them. I'm just going to put this on here so you can see, like maybe, 20 pieces of cereal or 20 pieces of macaroni, or maybe 20 pieces of Lego, something that's little so that you can move it around and find the arrays. Or you could try drawing a picture, but it's always best to try it with the arrays. So I have the actual counters and I have 20 of them. And if I was to put them out here, and I would have to try to arrange them, all 20 of them, so that they're into some rows. So pretend that these are your desks and try to get it so that they're all in equal rows. I'm going to show you an example here. I'm going to go like this. Aha, look at this. I've put them all into rows, but are they equal rows? Gracelyn, you're watching my video right now. Are these equal rows that I made?
Oh, you're missing one. I'm here.
I'm missing one, that's right. So these are not equal rows because this one has 3, 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 and this one only has 2. So I can't do this arrangement. I have to go again, rearrange them again so that they are in equal rows. Gracelyn, are these ones equal?
Yep.
This one has 4, this one has 4, this one has 4, this one has 4, this one has 4. These have 5, 5, 5. They are equal. So this could be an answer that you could use. Or rearrange them again and see what you come up with. There's a few different ways that you could arrange them to get an answer. When you get your answer, just write the multiplication sentence for it. Okay? Question 3, Sergio wants to grow tomato plants in his garden. He puts 5 plants in each row. How many rows does he need to plant to have at least 12 plants? So the key here is not that he's going to have 12 plants. He's going to have at least 12. So his number is actually going to be bigger than 12 because he's going to have them in rows of 5. So that one, either use those little things I talked about, like cereal or something, play around with it, or draw a picture to figure out the answer. And you know what? Draw your picture in your book so I can see what you did come up with. Question 4, use grid paper or counters to make an array for each sentence. So what they mean by grid paper is, well, that's your graphing book. It's in grids. I'm going to show you C, 4C, so 3 times 3. So if I was doing question 4C, and it was 3 times 3, well, your grid paper is perfect for this. So I'd go 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then fill it all in. I've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is 3 by 3. And of course, 3 times 3 equals, how many are there? There are 9 of them. And that's how you would answer that one. Question 5, use counters or grid paper. Make an array to find each product. So, you know what? Same thing, except this time up here, they gave you the answer. Down here, they're not giving you the answer. You have to tell me what the answer is. Okay, moving along to, I want to get my camera set up so we can see the whole thing. The next page, so you'll have to go to the next picture that I sent you. Question 6, write a multiplication sentence for each picture. Explain your thinking. How many tiles are in the whole patio? Well, there's furniture covering up part of the patio, but you can see these brown tiles behind here. How many tiles are there altogether? Look at the array. There's 3 going in this direction down here, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 going in this direction over here. So you got 3 times 4 equals something. And then you'll look at the puzzle. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces going in this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces going in this direction. How many pieces are in the whole puzzle? Well, some of the pieces are missing, but you don't actually need them to be able to figure out that answer. All right, question 7. Bakers use arrays to count the cookies in each batch. Write a multiplication sentence for each tray of cookies. So simply, you got 2 by 1, 2, 3. So 2 times 3. So you would write that in your book. 2 times 3 equals, and what does that equal? How many cookies are on there? Over here, look again. Make the number sentence. Question B, this is the last question you're going to do today. The baker decided to make more cookies. He doubled the number of rows on each tray. What happens to the number of cookies? Will this always happen? Explain your thinking. So he doubled the number of rows. So instead of him having 1, 2 rows, he's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to have 4 rows. Toby's interrupting our video right now. All right. So he's doubled it. So instead of 2 rows, he's going to have 4 rows. Here, instead of these 2 rows, he's going to have 3, 4 rows with the same number of cookies in each row. So maybe draw a picture of it. That's like your best bet every time, is draw a picture of it and then write how many cookies with the multiplication sentence. All right, don't be afraid to ask your parents for help because multiplication is new to us. This is our first week of doing multiplication, and I want you to get a really good understanding of it. So don't be afraid to ask for help. All right, good luck with that. And we are going to chat on Thursday. Thursday, we have a Zoom with Sarah because it's Sarah's birthday on Thursday. So we get to do 2 Zooms this week, and I'll be sending your parents that code right away. All right, take care. See you Thursday.